Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's presentation. I'm excited to introduce you to a fascinating topic: silent allure, or attracting women without saying a word. Today, we'll explore how nonverbal qualities play a crucial role in attraction. We'll look at what truly draws women in beyond just looks or clever lines. You'll learn how your presence, your actions, and what you hold back can create a powerful, magnetic impression. So, let's dive into the world of subtle yet impactful communication that can make a real difference. Let's talk about the power of unspoken attraction. This is why many high-value men tend to attract women effortlessly, without the need to chase, convince, or overshare. Instead, they embody qualities like mystery, emotional strength, and quiet confidence. These aren't just traits, they create a magnetic pull that draws others in naturally. First, let's consider mystery. When someone is a bit elusive or keeps certain things to themselves, it sparks curiosity. It also signals a sense of exclusivity, that there's more to discover, making them even more intriguing. Next, emotional strength. This projects stability and self-possession. It shows that a person is grounded, capable of handling life's ups and downs, which is incredibly attractive because it offers a sense of safety and dependability. Finally, quiet confidence. This isn't about arrogance or bragging. It's about communicating a strong sense of self-worth without needing to prove it through words or actions. It's subtle but powerful. When you combine these qualities, you create an aura that naturally attracts others. It's about embodying a sense of calm, strength, and intrigue. These are the keys to the unspoken power of attraction, and they tie directly into the overall theme of attracting high-value women without effort. Let's talk about why mystery can be more attractive than transparency. Women generally don't want to know everything about you right away. Just like men tend to value a woman who makes them work for intimacy, women are naturally drawn to men who don't reveal all their cards at once. The key here is that mystery creates curiosity. When you're a bit elusive, it signals that not everyone has access to your inner world and that she has to earn her way in. This makes her feel special when you do decide to share something deeper. Now, a common mistake men make is oversharing vulnerabilities too early. Even though women say they want openness, dumping too much too soon can shift the dynamic into what I call mother mode, where she starts to see you more like a child to care for, rather than a man to desire. So the rule of thumb is simple: offer crumbs, not the whole cake. Share selectively, reveal bits over time, and let her discover more about you gradually. This approach keeps the intrigue alive and builds a stronger connection. Let's talk about shifting your mindset with the question, is she right for me? Most men tend to approach women with the underlying thought, am I good enough for her? And honestly, that mindset creates neediness, which can be a turnoff. Instead, flip the script completely. Ask yourself, is she the right woman for me? This simple shift works wonders because it instantly reduces your desperation. Instead of trying to impress her, you start evaluating her, which naturally raises your value. And what does that signal? It shows you're not chasing approval. You already know your worth. Now, let's connect that to grounded masculinity. High-value men project quiet dominance in any environment. And by that, I don't mean arrogance, far from it. It's about being centered, calm, and comfortable in your own skin. Walk as if you belong everywhere you go. Stand tall, relaxed, and with purpose. Act as though you're the host of any room you enter. Because presence really does communicate leadership without saying a word. And women pick up on that instantly. So remember, it's about shifting your internal mindset and owning your space. This is what makes you truly magnetic. Let's talk about staying present rather than becoming too future-oriented too quickly. A common mistake many men make is jumping into conversations about the future, like planning trips, discussing marriage, or even declaring feelings, after only a few encounters. Now, why does this backfire? Well, it can signal desperation or attachment before you've truly established compatibility. It might seem eager, but it can actually push someone away or create unnecessary pressure early on. So what's the fix? The key is to stay grounded in the present moment. Let things unfold naturally without rushing ahead. Focus on how she is right now today. Ask yourself if she's a good match for you in this moment, rather than trying to predict or control what comes next. By keeping your attention on the present, you're more authentic, relaxed, and attractive. Remember, genuine connections develop when you let them happen naturally, not when you force the future to arrive prematurely. That's how you build a strong foundation and avoid unnecessary setbacks. Controlling the flow of texting is essential because digital communication is often where many men unintentionally sabotage attraction. Remember, texting should focus on logistics and keeping things moving, not endless, aimless conversations that drag on. Keep your texts short, purposeful, and make sure to end on a high note first. This keeps her wanting more. Also, avoid texting constantly while you're working. Showing that you're committed to your mission demonstrates confidence and independence. Patience is key. Wait before replying, especially in the early stages. This creates a sense of scarcity and builds anticipation, which is crucial for attraction. It's important to remember that if your entire relationship exists solely in texts, it can lose its spark when you finally meet in person. Now, moving on to the idea of revealing yourself gradually, think of your personal story like a great book that unfolds chapter by chapter. Don't dump all your life goals, traumas, and emotions early on. Instead, let her earn your trust gradually. Leave her wanting to learn more about you. This balance between openness and restraint is what keeps attraction alive, even in long-term relationships. So, controlling the flow and revealing yourself wisely are powerful tools in building genuine connection and attraction. All right, let's talk about using playful teasing to avoid the friend zone. Silence doesn't mean you have to be stoic or emotionless. In fact, being too flat can come across as disinterest. Playfulness is key here. It's about teasing lightly, throwing in a wink, or using body language to create a flirty, fun vibe. You want to keep the energy lively and engaging, so don't shy away from being a little flirty and fun early on. Avoid heavy or serious topics too soon, because that can make things feel too formal or awkward. If you're too serious or too nice, you risk being seen just as a nice friend, not as someone intriguing or exciting. Teasing helps establish polarity. Think of it as balancing masculine energy with feminine energy, making things more dynamic and attractive. It's about creating that playful back and forth that sparks chemistry and keeps the connection lively. So remember, a little teasing and fun can go a long way in shaping how she perceives you. Let's talk about something that can really hurt your chances early on, talking about exes or trash-talking others. Discussing past relationships too soon is a trap because it can create a negative impression. When you bring up exes or criticize others, she might start projecting the worst-case scenarios onto you. She could assume you carry baggage or even see you as bitter, which definitely isn't attractive. A better approach is to keep things simple and honest. You can say something like, "I just haven't met the right one yet." It's truthful, shows confidence, and keeps the conversation forward-looking. And here's a golden rule: never trash talk. When a man demeans others, it comes off as weak and unaccountable. It's far more attractive to show respect and positivity. So remember, avoid negative talk about the past, stay confident, and focus on building a positive outlook. That's what really keeps attraction alive and growing. All right, let's talk about taking 100% responsibility for your life. True masculine power, in my view, really comes from owning your choices and your circumstances. When something happens, say an ex treated you poorly, it's easy to fall into blame or regret. But instead, I encourage you to acknowledge, "I chose her, so that's on me." It's about owning that decision without shame. Similarly, if life throws obstacles your way, don't focus on how you suffered or what went wrong. Instead, show how you handled those challenges. That's real strength. Women respect men who own their choices and their lives because it signals confidence and unshakable character. Blaming others or circumstances makes you seem powerless, but taking full responsibility, that's what makes you truly powerful. This mindset is crucial to the overall theme of developing authentic masculinity and inner strength. Remember, you are the prize. One of the biggest mistakes men make is pedestalizing women, which actually causes attraction to collapse. When you see her as above you, she's likely to look down on you instead. So, it's crucial to carry yourself as a man of value, confident, and grounded. Approach dating not as begging for acceptance, but as a process of mutual selection. This shift in mindset empowers you and makes you more attractive. Remember, your silence, restraint, and presence are powerful tools. They're what make you magnetic. Sometimes, what you don't say or do speaks louder than words. Final thoughts: attracting women without saying much isn't about playing games. It's about embodying qualities that naturally draw people in: presence, self-control, setting boundaries, and a touch of mystery. What you withhold often has more impact than what you reveal. By living as the prize, staying grounded, and sharing yourself with restraint, you create space for women to lean in, pursue, and discover the real man behind the mystery. That's how genuine attraction is built.